We're gonna build an easy Japanese sentence using the word kawaii, cute. Waku waku. It's also my favorite word because I like kawaii things. If you're watching TikTok, which you do 3 hours a day, and your favorite idol shows up, you can say, kawaii, she's cute. Japanese sentences can be very simple because one word can be a complete sentence. Now, what if you bought a plushie and her face turned out to be ugly? You can use a negative form of kawaii, which is kawaiikunai, not cute, and say, kawaiikunai, she's not cute. Now let's start adding some words. We're gonna add kore, this, and say, kore kawaiikunai. This one is not cute. Now, how do you say this plushie? Well, plushie in Japanese is nuigurumi. So you can say, kono nuigurumi, this plushie. And did you notice I changed kore to kono? This is because we use kono when we combine it with other words like nuigurumi, plushie. So, kono nuigurumi, this plushie. And the complete sentence will be, kono nuigurumi, kawaiikunai. This plushie isn't cute. Now, let's say you are saying this to your red-haired boss with ominous eyes. In Japanese, we change the way we speak depending on who we are talking to, which is kind of like a hierarchy thing. And when we are talking to a boss, we typically use des and mas because we respect our boss, at least on the surface. And in this case, you can simply add des and say, kono nuigurumi kawaiiku nai desu. This plushie is not cute. And instead of using the negative form, if you want to just use kawaii, you can also say, kono nuigurumi kawaii desu. This plushie is cute. P. Now let's talk about kawaiikunai, not cute, because depending on the way we say it, it can change its meaning. So let's say somebody says, kono nuigurumi kawaiikunai. This plushie is not cute. And you're surprised, you can say, kawaiikunai? What? This plushie isn't cute? And here, the difference between the first kawaiikunai and the second kawaiikunai is pretty simple. It's just the rising pitch of the last e. But there's another way of saying this using a different pitch pattern, which is kawaiikunai? What? This plushie is cute, right? So what's the difference? The surprised version will be kawaiikunai, low, high, high, low, high, low. But the second version will be kawaiikunai, low, high, 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 high. Although the last nai sounds like it's rising together. But this one means something like, I think it's cute, don't you think so? Or, it's cute, right? So different pitch patterns can change meanings like this. And you can use the last version, kawaiikunai, if you're blind because look at the face, she's ugly. I think it's the chin. But if your eyes are wide open, I will teach you the kind of Japanese the real-life Japanese people today actually speak naturally, unlike unnatural textbook or AI Japanese. So click on the link in the description and subscribe to my email group. Why is the negative used in some sentences instead of the positive when asking some questions? So I think this person is talking about something like kawaiikunai, she's cute, right? Where the negative form kawaiikunai is used to mean she's cute, right? I don't think this is that confusing because you can do similar things in English too. For example, you can say something like, isn't she cute? When you mean she's cute. See, I'm using the negative form isn't to mean a positive thing, she's cute. So that's pretty much it. And I hope it's as clear as the water aqua from Konosuba purified. So it won't sound like she isn't cute with kawaiikunai. Would it be okay to add ka as the question particles? So you already know the answer to the first question. The difference is the pitch pattern. If you say kawaiikunai, low, high, high, low, high, low, it sounds more like she isn't cute, like you're surprised. But if you say kawaiikunai, low, high, 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 it sounds like she's cute, right? So it doesn't sound like you're saying she's not cute. Now with the second question with ka, the first version will be kawaiiku nai ka? And I would say adding ka adds some nuances like, you are saying she's not cute, but I'm not sure if that's true. So it intensifies the doubt. But adding ka to the second version and say, kawaii nai ka? Sounds like, but she's cute, right? Emphasizing kind of disagreement. Like, I don't think so, she's cute, right? But this can be pretty subjective, so don't take my answer as the final answer, because I don't know everything, I only know what I know. And if you're a beginner and you're confused, don't worry. This kind of thing will take time. You just need a little more patience than anime characters who need 36 episodes just to learn that they like each other. When would you use kawaii ne instead of kawaiiku nai? So you can say kawaii ne to tell a girl that she's cute because you have the social skills to pull this off without sounding creepy. But kawaiiku nai, she's cute, right? It's more like you're talking about somebody as a third person. So we can be talking about the Japanese idol, and I can say, kawaiiku nai, she's cute, right? Don't you think so? But that's just one way of explaining this. But there could be other ways or other situations. For example, if I say, Ai-chan kawaii ne, you're cute, Ai-chan, to a girl, it sounds more like I'm just making a remark. I don't necessarily expect her to reply, even though she could. But if I say, Ai-chan kawaiiku nai? Oh, you're cute, Ai-chan. It sounds more like maybe I expect her to reply, or maybe I'm surprised because she's especially cute today. So there's no simple rule to this, it's really context dependent. And now that you know how to compliment somebody in Japanese, I trust you will use this knowledge to compliment your waifu at a shrine. But if you want to speak Japanese with real-life 3D Japanese people, I'll help you acquire natural and practical Japanese so that you can communicate with Japanese people or watch Japanese media such as family-friendly anime, Netflix shows, or YouTube videos. So click the link and subscribe to my email group, Japanese with Yuta.